Last week you were left with a cliffhanger. What are we doing? We getting rid of this thing? Is it going away? We done? No. But we've been plagued with the issue that most of these early Model Gs have. Got this crack that came down from the corner of the bedroom slide. It's frustrating. We've had it since January. I've learned one thing, is that anytime that there's something in a form, like on the Brinkley form, and they say, oh, we had this happen, it's going to happen. It's going to happen to you. I started to see it pop up on the form, and I said, oh, boy. I'm like, well, I don't have it yet, so maybe we're not going to get hit. Drive down I-20 through Louisiana and Mississippi. You're going to get it. So some would probably think that it's frame flex because that's kind of been a hot topic over the last year. From everything I've read, and coming from Brinkley's mouth too, I do trust what they say. They've been phenomenal to deal with. They say it's not a frame flex issue. There's a piece of structure they have to add in behind the wall to kind of reinforce right where that point is. And as it goes down the road, and it's vibrating as it goes down the road, and it's causing that hairline crack to form. You know, it's a pain, right? I think going into this when we bought the Brinkley, and I think most people's expectation is when you spend that extra money for the name, you think you're not going to have any problems, right? And that's kind of, I'm guilty of that. You know, I said, well, if we're going to do this, I want the best just because it's our home. I want to make sure we have the best brand. I don't want problems. You know, we've been plagued with a few issues, that being the biggest. We're bringing it back within our year warranty. We'll own it for a year next month, so I can't believe it's been that long already. They're going to fix all the little minute problems. A piece of flooring's lifted in a corner. The crack is the biggest, from my understanding, and don't take my word on this. You know, I'm no professional or expert. I don't work at Brinkley or any of that. But I would think that at this point, it's been corrected. They don't want this issue to come up. I mean, they don't want us to have to bring it back. I mean, if anything, if you think of it from a business mindset, it's costing them a ton of money to fix all of these rigs that have these wall cracks. They don't want to do that. Very fortunate, though, I think, that the company does stand behind their product. And I think that's really what it boils down to. We had a Keystone product before, and the customer service is not there. And especially for full-timers, people who, you don't want to lie, right? I'm an honest person. I don't want to go out there and say, I don't live in this, full-time because I have this issue. And if I tell them that I live in it full-time, they're going to void my warranty. Brinkley warranties them for full-time living, so they don't care how you use it. You can use it on the weekend, or you can use it and live in it. Any issue we have, they've been great to deal with. The airBNB, they're giving us a daily rate for somewhere to stay. I really think that's exceptional. I got a few things I'm going to have to try to button up here. I got basically everything out of the rig. I mean, look at this. It's pretty empty now. That's really the biggest headache. It's a pain that I had to take everything out. There's really no way around it. But I'm leaving a lot too. I'm not going to take out the pots. I'm going to tell you something, okay? I know I'm getting a little sidetracked here, but we got a lot of stuff, okay? People say we downsized. I just don't think we filled our house, okay? I think realistically that's what happened. We didn't fill our house. We just put it all in the camper, okay? Other than the furniture that was in the house we couldn't fit in this thing, but everything else went in this thing. Well, I broke the cardinal rule. Oh, I left the truck plugged into the trailer last night. Oof. I think I used a little bit of battery out of the truck last night. She's a little slow. Nonetheless, she's okay. Okay, we're going to punch it in and head to the dealership. All right, so they're checking me in. I'm here, I made it. And there's a lot of parts here, a lot of Brinkleys. All right, she's gone. I left her. So I know I'm back in the rig in this. Bear with me. I talked to the airBNB host. She was great. She accommodated the dog and the 2 cats. Her name is Diane, and I'm going to drop in her Airbnb right here. So this is what it was. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. Had a nice fenced-in backyard. Had a garage as well that she let me put my stuff in while we were getting it worked on. It was really easy. Not too bad to get into with the subdivision, as you saw previous to me pulling in right there. It's got some branches on the side of the road, but no big deal. You can get by. And I just parked the rig on the side of the road overnight and took it in the next day to drop it off. I highly recommend her. Please let her know that I sent you. She'll take good care of you and take good care of her as well. Hope this helps, especially if you have been affected by this. Just go to Idaho. It's so worth it. They were great. It's a beautiful area. Coeur d'Alene is a great town. You won't regret it. Now, I understand I'm wearing the same shirt and hat coming up. It was washed. I promise. Okay? Don't beat me up. Well, good news. I got the call. She's ready. I'm gonna go get her now, baby. Woo! Let's go get her. So it's been almost 3 weeks since we left the rig at the dealership for them to fix it. I am beyond happy with the way that this whole process has gone, honestly. These guys at Blue Compass RV, they don't even sell Brinkleys. They were awarded this work because of how good the shop is. One of the guys told me that one of the owners at Brinkley used to work at this dealership because they sell Grand Designs here, naturally. You know anything about Brinkley, most of the guys from Grand Design went and made the brand Brinkley. They don't even sell Brinkleys, but they have done an exceptional job. Originally, I was planning on getting the rig back today, and then I got an email from him saying, hey, we're on schedule to deliver it to you on Tuesday. And I was like, boy, that's not how I have it planned out. So it puckered me up a little bit, right? A little pucker. Just because I didn't have the airBNB for that long. I only had it until till Sunday. Hurry and try to see if hopefully that, I could extend, which I could have if I needed to. The body shop manager over there, he's been amazing to work with. He said, hey, we're going to try to get this back to you for Friday then. He goes, I know you're living in it. He goes, I don't want to put you out. They made it happen. And it very rarely does that ever happen where you get a date for something and then they're like, oh yeah, no, we're going to get it done early then for you. And they actually do. I can't speak highly enough of this whole process. So let's go pick her up.
Just you wait to listen for the storm. Hear the difference in the wind. When dark clouds form and start to turn, I'll run again. Far away when the hurricane comes in. Well, I'm the only island in the way, but I was born to fight the wind and rain. Sometimes a man will keep himself in shame.
All right, we got to make a pit stop here. I just saw this thing sitting on the side of the road and I got to look at it, just how it goes, and just got to do it. Definitely not what I want. $7,000. So, not gonna lie, I've been on the hunt for one of those. So I got some plans for it. Wow. Sidetrack, squirrel. I just saw a Super Nautique go by. That's a wake boat. Triaxle is what the trailer is for that pulls it. Whenever I think about spending a lot of money on a Brinkley, and maybe you do that too, just think about those that just go down the road that cost the same amount of money as a Brinkley. Back to what I was talking about, I've been looking for a smart car for a little bit now, not gonna lie. I've seen a bunch of people put them in the backs of the toy haulers, and it would be kind of nice to have something smaller that we could zip around when we're in the cities. And I got some plans, to do some stuff to it. I can't leave anything stock. I wanted $7,000 for that thing though. No, not gonna happen. Maybe I'll start a series on lowballing people on the phone. I'll give them a call and lowball them right there. I'll give you $3,500, bud.
Painful past you overcame. Oh yes.
Well, I confess that I am a procrastinator, and I'm at AutoZone because I need to get an oil change on the truck, even though I need to go pick up the RV. So I'm going to get some oil, and hopefully one of these instant oil changes can do it for me. I'm going to roll the dice and find out. All right, I'm no expert, but I use Google for everything. So to do the oil change on the Duramax, I want this. This is the factory one, AC Delco PF63. Part number is 127-35811. Honestly, I didn't even know they had these at the time until I just went in. This is the factory oil. is what they recommend to use, Delvac. And they sell it in these 2.5 gallon jugs. And that's all it takes. It's 10 quarts of oil, 2.5 gallons. Let's hope we can get in. You know, it's tough when you're out on the road and everything's different. You know, back home, I know the place to go to get the oil changed, one of those quick lube type style places. You know, what you gotta end up doing is just do the old search and just hope that you hit the lottery. Hey, we're gonna try this place. 4 minutes away, I'll let her rip.
Well, you've been steady, building steam like a thunderhead.
I'm doing great. You for an oil change today?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Have you been into Valvoline before?
No. I brought my own oil. Is that okay for you guys to use that? And
That's fine.
Okay. Check.
So, since you're driving a dually today, I'm going to have you going on bay 2. That rail is going to be a little too close for you on bay 1.
Yeah. I always get so amped up when I go to those places, but I do. Just sitting here watching them. But we got her done. $38 for them to do it with my oil. So I spent $100 total to get the oil change done. So really, that's not too bad. You know, you go to the dealership, it's gonna be probably 120 or 130. So they gotta put their 20% on top. You know how that goes. So, you know, sometimes I like to do it myself. Sometimes I just take it to a place like that so I don't have to deal with the waste. It's just kind of, all depends on what we got going on. Obviously, I'm on the way right now to pick up the RV, so, you know, I don't want to be crawling under the truck to change the oil. And yes, I could have done that in the last 3 weeks while I was at the house. Got a little procrastination problem I have my whole life. Forgot about it, and there we go. So we're almost there to pick up the old girl. There she is. Okay, so I just did my walkthrough. I think she looks pretty good, you know? I think I'm not crazy about it. There's a little bit of dirt in here. You know, some masking tape was left behind. But you know what? Those guys pushed through for me, gave it to me 3 days earlier, so I'm not going to complain about a little thing like this. Not a big deal. Very appreciative for everything they've done for us. Truly. Plus, it's a freaking mess in here, and I got to go through the whole thing. You know, it's just like RV life is just constant chaos and mess all the time. Well, if you remember when I showed you last time, crack right here. The crack came all the way down to like, it was like a 4-inch crack that was in it. Interesting. Oh, you know why? Man, it's weird to be back in the house again. Okay, might have a little issue here with the power. Lights work. Just had to turn on the power. I disconnected it before I turned on the inverter inside. So we got the old washer and dryer out. While they had the slide pulled, I hadn't pulled that out because I was like, I don't want to take it out. It's a pain to get in there. This one came out of our Montana and it's going to be for sale. So if you've been following along and you want one of these bad boys, yeah, just reach out. Maybe I might have it sold by the time you see this. I don't know. Hoping I can sell it because I don't want it anymore. We got the big boy now. This is the Splendide all-in-one unit. It fits in any RV style cabinet that's set up for washer dryer prep. Like I said, it's all in one. We used it for about 3 months. And then we went back to Maine and we did our laundry at my Graham's, and then, you know, we inherited my grandmother's washing machine. So I don't need it anymore. It still works good. It worked great for us. I can tell you, if you're on the fence between getting a washer and dryer or not, you don't need one. You don't. You can go to the laundromat. They're a dime a dozen. The convenience for us is why we have a washer and dryer. We don't have to leave the RV. We can do a load while we're working during the day. It's no big deal. So That's why we have one, and it kind of feels like a house, right? We have all the stuff like we would in a house. Come get it. Come get it while it's hot. And I'm still by myself. Taking a little bit longer than we anticipated, so back on the move again. Old solo ridge. Hopefully it doesn't crack again. Me closing this slide. And now I gotta remember how to do all this. Yeah, I gotta get the vacuum out actually. Kate will kill me if I don't vacuum the floors. I meant to say something and I didn't. These hinges creak. Oh, awful. We're making good progress. Next.
Armed and ready with the lies you overheard. Well, strike me down like a lightning in the dark. Deliver me the fate I must deserve. Oh, don't you? I just wait and listen for the storm. You can hear the difference in the wind when the dark clouds.
Boy, what a mess. Boy, what a mess. Okay, so I broke down and I did it. Okay, finally, 2 years on the road, I finally got the lube plate. Okay, everybody's been beating me up. They're like, why are you using grease? Just get this. And I see why they said that. But just because I like to get a little messy, let's put a little bit more on there. Put it around the pinion. There we go. All right, come with me. What is all this crap? Oh boy. Lippert app updated on its own. Yeah. Let's hope it works. Every time they update this, it usually breaks more. So we got a little issue here. See a little blinky red light? She never does that to me. Let's go into the leveler on the phone. Feature disabled. Okay. Fault. Aha. Just had to reset it in my phone app, I guess. There we go. We're gonna have to. It's gonna take me a bit to get this lined up this time because the old hitch height is kinda. I think she's been lost. You know, losing power probably over the last couple of weeks. She don't know where she is. It's like me before a cup of coffee. That looks a little high, but gonna have to bear with me on this backup. All right, don't judge me for this one. I think it was like Willie Nelson at a Snoop Dogg concert. But boy, I had a dead nut. Let's give it another whirl. I'm gonna have to edit all these out. Painful. Let's drop the weight on her. Well, that was actually pretty easy, except for the fact that I just didn't have the height right. All right. Heading back down the road about 15 minutes. I don't know, I got a moment of truth. Am I gonna break it? Just got it back. Oh. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Step 1. Love that. Step 2. Work slick. This. Let's do this. Okay, we're gonna do a pull check. Now, if you've never done a pull check before, I'll run you through it. Now remember, I'm no professional here, so if you drop your trailer, it's not on me. If I drop my trailer, it's on me. So you have your trailer brake controller. Everybody has a different one, but in my truck, it's down here. So what you do is you put her in drive, make sure your parking brake's not on, and then you let off the brake, but you clamp the trailer brakes, and you'll feel it grab. Now mine have grabbed, so I'll give it a little throttle. And there it is. So if you're watching one of my videos and you're like, oh, look at that Denali just struggling to pull the trailer, I'm probably doing a pull check. Because this thing just kind of purrs like a kitten and pulls it away no problem. So There we go. We're latched up. We're ready to go. All the jacks are up. Everything's secured. And we'll probably still break something by the time we get to where I'm going. We'll see you in a minute. Here we go.
Hurricane comes.
Tight turn. Yeah. Yep. Nice. Well, as you can tell, I'm back, and she made it. A little bit of heartburn, a couple close calls, but we made it. All right, gonna let the dog out. There's a dog. There's a doggy. A little doggy. So you've seen the video of me lugging all the stuff out. So what are you gonna do now, right? Put everything back in. So I think that's the biggest inconvenience out of this whole process. You don't realize how much stuff you have until you gotta move it out. So I'm gonna get Kate's workstation put back together. Even though she's still not with me, we'll get her ready so when she flies back home, she's ready to go. If you're wondering, the hair clip wire manager actually works. I didn't put that there. It's my husbandly duty to make sure it looks pretty. Back in business. Well, I didn't film the whole thing this time. You want to see me put stuff away? I'm sorry I didn't give it to you this time. Maybe next time, alright? But I think pretty much everything's back to where it was. Fridge is done, pantries are, all that crap's put away. You know, and some may ask, you know, what is the method to getting the garage, you know, completely secure for travel days? And this is what it looks like. It's never the same, and I just wing it. Now, do I want to come up with a better solution for everything? Of course I do. I'm working on it, okay? Everything's a work in progress. Everything in RV life is never just rainbows and puppies, okay? Just gotta do what we gotta do. And if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. The goal is to be on the road tomorrow by like 7 o'clock at the latest. I'm trying to take full advantage of not having Kate with me because, you know, I love you, babe, but, you know, sometimes it's like 10, 11, 12, roll out, and it's no fault of her own, really. It's just how it rolls. And I'm in a position where I can try to get out early. I'm going to lose an hour because I'm going back east, so I lose an hour there. If you've been affected by this crack issue, it's very common right now, especially in the early model of the Gs, across the board, all the Gs. Specifically in the 3950, I've seen a bunch of people that have them that have the cracks. Even in some of the Z models, these things do happen. I hope I answered some of your questions surrounding that. And my experience has been good overall. I have no complaints. The crew up here at Blue Compass in Post Falls, Idaho has been above and beyond. The Brinkley care team has been transparent the whole time. I found this issue. I reached out to them. They said, yep, we understand. Here's a few options that you have. You tell us what works for you. I spent 3 weeks in the airBNB. Now we're back in the rig. It's all fixed. It is what it is. It's life. Things happen. And it was an engineering miss, I'm sure. It's happened to more than just Brinkley. You know, there's other brands out there. All of them have issues. You're never going to not have issues. If you want to continue to follow our story on the crack issue or any of the other things, you want to learn about some tips and tricks or maybe just the way that we work our Brinkley, please hit that subscribe button. Come follow along with us. Come join the party, as I like to say. You know, I got some interesting topics to cover coming up. I don't want to just tailor this channel to only RV stuff. I really want to touch on a lot of different things. Thank you all so much, and thank you for coming back every week. For that, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.